All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Sick.
So this is how we start.
This is how we start. It actually started organically because used to I would clap to get the syncing, but I would always open a beer right after, and I noticed that the beer cracks were a lot more prevalent in the mix.
Yeah.
So it was easier to line up cracking the beer, and then it just became a thing. So now it's just like tradition.
Yeah.
Do we cheers it?
Hey, we
or-
can cheers it.
Yeah, I mean,
Cheers to a fun
let's do
fucking
it.
night, man. And I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
My God.
We're in like sin.
I'm sore.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
I woke up, my legs were all tight.
I don't know if anybody saw it, but I 100% fell down that fucking staircase last
Oh
night.
my God. I didn't see it. You told me about
Wrenched
it.
like it's
I wish
still a
I
little
did.
red there. Yeah, that sucked. But they brought out the cake, and I was like, oh, and my foot was on the corner, and I just
Oh no.
ate it, dude. Just
Showing your age already.
dude, it was embarrassing.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Gear's not working. I'm falling down fucking stairs, man.
Dude.
Did you
it
have your
happens.
guitar on when you fell?
Huh?
Did you have your guitar on when you fell?
No, thank
Oh,
God.
no,
No, this was after. This was right after y'all got done because I noticed I left my set list in your microphone stand,
Yeah,
and I was like, shit. So I walked up and grabbed because I wanted to keep it, you know. And I grabbed it as soon as I turned around, was walking away. Fucking somebody caught me, and I just
I fell off stage many times.
Oh yeah,
yes.
that's kind of our thing.
I missed my step and then I just
kinda-
pray. I hope for the best.
He needs to put some of the neon, the neon tape, so there's kind of like a defined line there. Because that gap between the monitors and the stage is kind of, you just get lost in the darkness. Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's a dangerous game we play.
Oh,
The
But-
show before last night, I pushed you on accident. You went flying off the stage against the wall. You're like,
Oh yeah.
was that in Texas?
Yes.
Y'all still play like a lot of local shows at all? Or are you kind of past that?
No, we still do it every once in a while, but mostly, yeah, we just try to.
What is the music scene like? I'm curious. I haven't.
in Dallas?
It's odd.
Because here is, I think I always say Arkansas is we have one of the more unique music scenes probably in all of America, where the locals are treasured.
Okay.
And so we'll oftentimes, like any kind of touring act, almost always get sandwiched unless they're just like eclipsing like big, you know? Mm-hmm. So almost always the touring acts are in the middle now because people come to,
Interesting.
well, we didn't have anything. So all we had was locals, you know? It was basically dead. It wasn't dead, but it was dead, you know? Like nothing was coming through. We were a C market. We still are, but we're like a C plus now.
Right.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
so you have to do what you have to do. So if no one's
Yeah.
coming, you got to make your own.
Your own thing,
You
yeah.
know, your own thing. So it kind of just organically became that, and it's never really altered from that. I figured living in fucking Dallas, though, it's like,
Yeah.
is it even a music scene, or do you just show up? Like, do you have brother sister bands, or is it like, oh hey, yeah, we played with them once?
I don't know. I don't think it's weird, dude. We started playing when we first started. We started playing in this city called Denton, which is about an hour from Dallas, because that's the only place we knew they were doing like local band stuff. At the time, we didn't really know anybody in the industry at all, so we started there, and it was so hard for us to get any shows.
Yeah.
And like we had friends out there, but it was so hard. No one would throw us a bone. No one was the communal aspect wasn't there for us when we first started out. So the scene, like we don't have really a good relationship with the scene out there. But when we started doing shows in Dallas, we got hooked up with the agency basically that found us, and so I'm not really sure. I would have to ask Jimmy what
It's
he thinks
definitely
about the
different.
scene. Yeah.
And we're kind of like new to the scene too, right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, we just kind of
Interesting.
got in just recently. What, last year? Yeah.
Really,
Say
that's
something,
weird,
Dan.
bro.
Yeah, you were talking about Denton.
Uh-huh.
At that time, we were all on the outside looking in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of how I thought it might be.
Yeah.
So
It's so big. There's so many bands.
many bands.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But-
like we don't need you. Like literally go away because there's already too many kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the bands we played with locally in Dallas, we never really played with them again. So it's like a one-off. It's like, hey, we played this cool
it is
show. Well, we'll see you around.
I mean, I guess it's good for the consumer because it's like every night's a new night, and I go to the same bar every time. So it's
Yeah.
like, but
But
damn,
it's interesting, man. Yeah, it's different because I grew up in Ohio in this little town called Mansfield.
okay.
And we made our own scene there, and
Right.
that's all I knew of the music industry is like we create it and go.
Yeah.
Played with the same bands all the time.
Yeah, same bands all the time. And then Dallas, it's so big. When we first started, I didn't know anybody. I was like, where do we start? What do we do?
How do you even get a foot in? Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took us years.
Somehow
It took us
we're
a
just-
long time.
Getting in there.
A lot of social media posts.
Fucking
Our favorite
Lord,
thing to
dude.
do.
Oh, every band's favorite. You know what? Every band I talk to, they're like, yeah, I hate it. I'm like, why are we doing it? If we're all in agreement, let's
Yeah.
just stop and be like, hey, just come to the show, man.
Yeah, social media posts is actually what got someone's attention for us.
Always.
I think my girlfriend posted a video of me like jumping really like 10 feet off something.
Oh yeah.
And
off the drums.
this guy from Third String saw us, which is a booking agency. And they're like, hey, who are these guys? And so that's kind of how we got our foot in the door. Was a little clip of me jumping off something, a big speaker. And
It's always the most random thing.
Yeah,
It's never the thing you're trying to do.
yeah, we're just like, that's a cool clip.
It's never the skit you set up. Like,
That we
let's be
planned
funny.
out.
Yeah.
No one cares about those.
No one cares, dude.
It looked so epic too because there was like cool lights and stuff, but there was like 5 people in the crowd.
Yeah,
You don't see that part of it.
For sure.
You didn't see that
You
part of it.
cropped
You
the
just
crowd
saw the
out.
cool slow motion. Ah.
Dude, that's the true tell of a great photographer.
Yeah.
It's when no one's there, they still make it look like there's someone there, dude. They just
Yeah.
captured the good parts. You're like, yeah, hell yeah, dude.
You know not to shoot a thin crowd.
Shoulders up.
Yeah. And whenever there is a crowd, we just use a bunch of that content. Of
course.
Boom, boom, boom. Look how big we are.
It's a true sign of when a show went good and when a show was like, okay, you had a night.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a bad show,
No.
but like sometimes it's just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's just universal.
Yeah. But
We just go ham every show.
I know you do,
We kind of
dude.
just
I
like
know.
have fun for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, if there's 5 people, we're going. We'll have fun.
That's how my whole philosophy, my whole life, has just been one gets the same as 10,000.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No matter who's in the room, because that's how we practice. I don't know if y'all.
yeah, I was about to say.
We'll
that.
be climbing on amps and shit. I mean, I have literally fractured a rib at band practice because I
my
was
God.
being so stupid. Dude, I stood on my drum stool. This was when I was much thinner. And the throne went this way and I went that way right on top of my floor tom.
Yeah.
I play drums in another band, so that if you're wondering, that's, yeah.
What's the name of the band?
The one I drum in?
Yeah.
My Hands to War.
Yeah.
yeah.
I pulled that up on Spotify last night.
5 people told us.
Yes.
Yes,
everyone
5
was
people told
like,
us.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
check this out."
That's
They're the new As Cities Burn. That's our
it's like post-hardcore, but we've been doing it
Yeah.
for like 17 years.
Yeah.
If y'all listen to Ursula Kingdom, the album we just put out last year, that's like our baby.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That one it took 7 years to make that freaking thing, man.
7 years.
And our live shows are a lot like y'all's live shows. They are absolute chaos.
Yeah.
What took so long to make the album?
So we were originally making an album that wasn't that album, and then our guitar player hung himself. So then that album became all about that instead of the other stuff.
wow.
That's
so
heavy,
then,
man.
So then, well, I've talked about it so much, it's kind of just a conversation now, which is sad, but also it's just the reality of it. So that record became all of that frustration and anger because our other guitar player, the drummer last night, Justin, he's the guitarist in that band.
Okay.
And he does all the singing on that record in particular, but they were best friends and they lived together when it happened.
Wow.
Oh man.
And so like he was there when it happened.
Jeez.
So it's like this whole set of emotions. If you listen to all the
Yeah.
lyrics, they're stupid dark.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then COVID happened. So that's a massive setback. So then we just did a couple live streams like everybody else, like trying to just
Sure.
stay relevant in unknowing times. And
Yeah.
then finally, after everything kind of cleared up, we were like, dude, we have got to get this done because we're sick of sitting on it. And then we just went gung-ho, and then we just did the thing where what really sucks is we had a video go viral
Right.
pre-COVID of us cooking an omelet at a house show,
Yeah.
right?
I got a salt
Shout out to Jared. You probably did. Shout out to Jared Dines. He did us a solid and retweeted it or whatever, and the shit went gangbusters. We were on our way to a show in Missouri. Kurt was like, "Have you Memphis?" And he goes, "Have you guys seen this fucking clip yet?" And we were like, and then you refresh, and you're like, "Uh-oh!" And it's just 1,000, 10,000 more,
that's awesome.
3,000. You're like, "Holy shit!"
I think in the 2-hour drive, it went up like 40,000.
Yeah, and we were like,
my
"Uh-oh,
goodness.
this is crazy." So then we got. So here's how shitty this all is. We'd already been talking to the A&R rep at Metal Blade, right?
Oh, cool.
And that was a couple years ago, but things kind of like, we don't know what happened. We didn't make the record in time. We were kind of dragging our feet. So when that happened, and we were like, we're really like, let's do this thing, that kind of was like a catalyst. And then 2 weeks later, COVID hit, like the lockdowns hit. And then they were like, well, we're going on a hiring freeze. So it just kind of didn't.
Hiring freeze.
Everyone
Great.
did. Every label did.
Dang.
You know, they were all like, we don't know what's happening. We can't.
Right.
And then after it was over, we kind of just had different aspirations. We were kind of
really?
we were kind of over the grind of trying to do something more because we've always been a creative band. You know, I'm sure you guys know how it is.
Yes, sir.
And so we were like, let's just do things we want to do. So we stopped focusing on all the grind things and started focusing on just having fun, and it's been a lot better. It's been a
Okay.
lot more like less stressful. So now we only play shows that seem like they're going to be. It doesn't even have to be lucrative. It just has to be fun. And
Yeah.
that's why we do it now. So that's cool,
That is cool, man. That's a good philosophy.
That was
to
a
have.
crazy time.
dude. It was.
We were all going through it. We were writing music in a bedroom,
Yeah.
a little apartment.
Right, and y'all
and
just-
then going to Houston when COVID was going on.
Yep.
And like, yeah.
We found like these small bars that were
Dude, they
still
were smoking
open.
cigarettes
Inside.
when COVID was going around.
It's
We're
like these underground places
Bruh.
that were still open, and they're
But
like,
I was like,
y'all want to play here? And we're like, sure.
We play party rock. Can we do this fucking thing?
I just remember playing for, again, 15, 20 people
Yeah.
that are at the bar drinking and smoking cigarettes.
But you're like, thank God there's 15, 20 people here.
Yeah.
Especially then.
We were surprised with it.
But it was good practice for us.
I
We're
was
like,
about
well,
to say
for
that.
whenever this stuff's over.
Did y'all do any of the live stream stuff when that was going on?
No, we didn't do any of
We
that.
did, man. It was weird. Everybody's
Was it?
like, we had a real like whole film crew for one of them. It was nuts. It was at a local venue down here called Vino's. That's actually what this table was made from. Was the original stage from that venue.
sweet.
And so
Somebody
we
was
like,
telling us about that.
yeah, we did it there, and it was like no one was there. It was so freaking weird. There was a team of people. Yeah, Kurt was there. And then everyone was
the mask
Shout out, Kurt.
Everybody, yeah, dude, it was so strange. The back room was like warded off. Like, what is happening, dude? It was so weird. But
How did it turn out, the live stream?
it was fucking awesome, dude. We made a fucking killing off of it. The
Hell,
crowd, the reaction was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It was so much fucking fun. And we had, what's crazy is the internet like broke down. We streamed that entire thing from a fucking iPhone on a hotspot. Because like literally we were like, it's go time, nothing's happening, and we're like, get the damn thing up. Like it was so stressful, but it was so fun too. And I think it's still out there somewhere. I don't even know. Is it
Well, I
still?
think you need to qualify that you did it live. You didn't like.
Oh right,
Yeah.
We didn't do what every other band did and like called it live, like a premiere. Like
Yeah.
we
It was
actually
real
did
live.
it really in real time.
Well,
We
that's
had a
cool.
sound guy there and everything. It was let's
like,
go.
Rock on.
They could
Houston did not give a shit.
no, they didn't give. A,
Yeah,
I thought Texas as a whole was like,
Shout out to Houston.
Yeah. Pretty much. The small towns, like the cities, no.
Dallas was like you could.
It was
walk
shut
on
down.
I-35.
Yeah.
yeah, oh dude, day one I was at Kurt's house. He lived like right over here, dude. We were in the street sitting in chairs drinking beer.
Yes. Yeah. Same.
No one was, not even the cops would stop. It
That
was so crazy.
That was the best thing about COVID era. Because
Just
I'd be
drinking on
like,
the
to
street.
go margarita, yeah, let's go.
And gas was
myself.
$1.
Yeah. Dude.
Like it got down to
nuts.
99 cents in the town I lived in. I was like, this is the best, and no one's out.
Strange times, dude. It's
But
thinking about it.
I actually loved it.
we just need less people in the world.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was by myself, writing music.
Speaking of writing music, album. Let's talk about it.
Which one?
You go
Alexander
I
Nevermind?
mean-
No, I just-
Yeah, this one.
We have an
Real
album
quick.
out now called Alexander Nevermind. It's about a year and a half old. 2 years, close to 2 years. We wrote that during COVID in our bedroom, and
We started it in COVID.
Yeah.
and yeah, we took our time with it. It took like 4 years. We were
There
in
you
no
go.
rush. Well, we had 3 release dates. Funny enough, we were gonna release it.
We
on
all
our-
have 3 release dates, dude.
like we were gonna release it, and then a label picked us up and like, hey, we're gonna hold it off.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, all right, it's a small crap label.
Sure.
And
Damn.
Don't
it's
say their name.
Truly crappy.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Is
I like how I just went along with it, though. I was like, yeah, sucks, yeah.
no, they were terrible. And then something else happened. We had to hold off again, so we kept announcing dates and never releasing the album. So we kept tweaking as we went, and then finally we put it out.
3 versions of the albums that you will never listen to.
But that album did a lot for us. Like it really pushed us to another level because we were recording in my room. We weren't really playing any good shows.
Right.
We had no access to live stream stuff. We're just like broke as a joke band. So that album did a lot for us. And
Clearly.
last year- yeah, it did. And like
Clearly.
it led to Rhodes like Furnace Fest. Like it led to that stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Playing
And this
Furnace
tour
Fest,
y'all are
by
about
the
to go
way.
on, what,
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow
his
or some
Legend
shit? Or
tour.
next week?
Wednesday. starts.
Yeah, it started
With His Legend and who?
Cancer Bats and Strawberry Girls.
Shout out.
Yeah.
He's the shit.
Dude.
Have y'all ever seen Cancer Bats?
No, not
haven't
live.
seen them
Only
live yet,
videos.
no.
So
Bro, you're in for such a treat. And your first time's on tour with it, that's fucking nuts. They're so good, dude. I
yeah,
love
when
that,
we got
man.
the call, we're like, well, hell yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if we're allowed to cuss on here, but
You can say shit, fuck, piss.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can say whatever you want.
Can I say tampon? That's my favorite curse word.
Ah, tampon, I did it again.
But yeah, we're super stoked about that. But we have we're new album coming out.
Can we talk about the new song?
Rock and Rolla?
Is that a song
That's
we
gonna
can
be
talk
it.
about?
Yeah,
The first
of
single
course.
off the album.
Oh, it needs to be. I haven't heard the album yet, but holy shit.
Rock and Rolla.
Dude.
That's our new song.
I said last night that y'all played that song and my mullet grew 2 inches. Man. That shit. That is my new favorite song.
Yeah, that
that
song-
riff
Do you have
is
a copy of it?
iconic. Huh?
Do you have a copy of it?
A copy?
Of the
We'll
the
send
track?
you a little demo of it.
No, I don't.
Oh, I
would
thought
love
someone
to.
would have gave it to you already.
No, that main riff is ridiculous. I'm a riff guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
we
actually
can tell.
2026. I've actually dubbed 2020 riff, and I'm growing my hair back out. I'm deleting
Yes.
the mullet. I'm going full. It's gonna get weird, dude.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the title of the new album?
Well, it's part of that. We want to talk about this. Rock and Rolla. Wrote that riff on accident, actually. I was just like trying to demo stuff really fast. So basically, through this whole new album, I had a lot of writer's block issues. Because after Alexander Nevermind, we were commissioned to write some more music right away.
Of course.
Which I thought I'd have a little break. You know, I felt like a wrung out towel.
Now
Like I
you're on
put
a
everything
cycle,
I had
yeah.
into
Yeah.
Alexander Nevermind. Like that's all the best stuff I could come up with. I'm done for a minute. I get a little break, a little vacation from the writing. I think it was like a few weeks later, our manager was like, "Hey, do you want to do a song with Aaron Gillespie?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I want to do a song with Aaron Gillespie, like under oath." I mean, I grew up with those guys.
Yeah, dude.
And he's like, "Well, write something." I'm like, "Oh crap, I have nothing. So I'm just."
The next day, we were like,
So we just threw a bunch of stuff together, and luckily Aaron, when we got there, he kind of helped write more stuff to it. And
So you produced it?
yeah.
Okay.
That song was called Colten Noir, and we just had a verse and a chorus, and he came in and he's like, "Can I do stuff on it?" I'm like, "Do whatever you want, dude.
we're like,
do
Do you
whatever
want to
you
just
want."
have the song? You can just have it.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, use it for under oath. I don't care. But that was a lot of fun. Aaron's a crazy dude. But back to Rock and Rolla, like I said, I've been dealing with writer's block because I'm like, man, I have nothing left. I just keep squeezing this dry rag. But that riff just came out of nowhere. I recorded it real quick, and I forgot about it. And then I'm looking through old demos, and I found that. I was like, whoa, that one's pretty interesting. The little I was like, okay. I was like, and
That's the
al-
icing on the cake
Yeah,
right there. That's the cherry. Pow.
And then the second thing was I always wanted to use the line that I'm a rock and rolla. I was like, well, I'm gonna say that right after that, and then the song just came out pretty easy after that. So It's freaking hella fun to play live. I won't lie.
It really is.
And I love the way it sounds on the new record. And remind me, and I'll send you the track, the
That'd be
finished
so
track,
sick,
the
dude.
master
I'd be
track. It's
honored by
sounds fat.
It will just live in my fucking headphones. Dude. I'll be a show. Dude, you gotta listen to this fucking riff, dude. You gotta listen to this fucking song. This shit's insane.
Don't leak it now.
No. I would never, bro. I would
It's
never.
gonna be on Reddit or some shit.
No.
Is it gonna be on LimeWire later?
No. My old ass. I'd be like, kids, it's on LimeWire. They're like, what is that?
Oh man. But yeah, we'll send you the 2 new tracks that are completely finished. But
Do you have the whole record kind of demoed out?
it's
Or is
all
it-
done.
it's
It's being
all
mixed
done.
and mastered. So we only have 2 that we sent back to us.
The 2 songs mastered, the one that you heard, Vanity and Rock and Rolla.
Right.
The ones we did last night.
So basically, we record everything in a room. Then we send it off
Y'all
to
do it like at home, or do y'all go to a studio?
just at home.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did it in like a closet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we send it off to some professionals to mix and master it.
Bro.
And it takes it to a whole nother
Like,
level.
whole nother level. We're like,
That was the Ursel Kingdom. That was the first time we had ever done that, and I was like, "Why have we not been doing this?" I mean, yeah, it's because it costs like $6,000, but I know
Yeah.
why. But holy Moses,
Yeah,
they
so
they do
it
wonders.
changes the game now
Changes
for
the
real.
game.
changes the game.
Because we used to do everything ourselves.
Yeah,
like,
I
mix
would
and master it. And
I'd
we're like,
mix
oh,
and
it sounds
master
good.
It
But
sounds pretty good.
when we got it professionally done, we're like, oh, okay, we can tell. The
Yeah.
difference.
It's like not even close to.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about it. When somebody's whole sole job is like mastering, like the mastering guys, they got the treated room and all this stuff, and they're in there like, well, they're so nerdy. They're like, well, if you listen to the 6,000 hertz, and you're like,
yeah.
all I hear is my tinnitus. I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
And they're just so good.
Yeah.
It makes the biggest difference.
So the guy mastering our stuff is this dude named Machine. I guess he did Lamb of God and
Holy
Every
shit.
Time I Die and a whole bunch of these other crazy. But yeah, so we're like,
Perfect match, dude.
yeah, we have a hookup through a mutual friend and we get a nice deal on it. So
So are y'all labeled up, or you just got good management?
that's an interesting. I think we're partially labeled up. We're like, I don't know. I don't know. How
It's like a distribution
I don't know how to
deal?
dance around this
Yeah.
question right now.
Okay.
Technically, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically, we are label free. We're
Okay.
free agents. We're doing all the label or this record on our own.
Okay.
But we have interested parties,
Sure.
consultants.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, we're not on the label right now. So whoever's watching,
Yeah,
tell your
not
friends we're free agents. But
Somebody needs to do it
but
so you guys can get on some I mean, you're already on great tours. I'm just get on the big ones.
oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
I want to tour with Eminem or something.
Eminem?
No, just kidding.
Nickelback. would be a good
Nickelback.
one.
Let's go.
Dude, listen.
You wanna do a remix.
I've said it forever. If you could tour with one band, I was like, it's Nickelback. You'll sell a fucking semi-truck of merch.
Right.
Oh, so
their
it's like,
fans are way more forgiving than metal fans. They like everything. Just put a good tune in their ears, and y'all have all those harmonies and shit. They would love that. And it's like, yo, you're the best fans in the world. Thank you. One show, you'll be fucking richer than anything you've ever done.
I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, it'd be like,
Hey, I would fucking do it.
let's get some money, you know?
Oh.
We played with worse bands.
You could, dude. You'd be walking out there with a bag.
Terrible.
Like fucking, can you believe?
We made it, boys.
Your fucking phone would gain weight from the Cash App being
Yeah,
so
yeah.
heavy. You'd be like, fuck.
Up to our elbows in cash. Let's go.
I love your song, Sticky Bandits.
Yeah.
We're huge Home Alone fans. So
Yeah.
when you said that,
Yep.
we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, we really enjoyed your set last night.
Yeah.
We were just geeking out. We were like, yes.
Thank you.
He's got a good voice.
Yeah. We
Hey,
love
if you
your
need any
voice.
good
Riffs are
openers
nice.
for anything, we don't play much. I'm just a kid.
Dude, no, yeah.
We only play
Absolutely love to have you open up, like if we put on a show.
everything that band seems to do seems to get railroaded. So we just kind of like don't do much.
Why?
I don't know, dude. It's just it's cosmic almost. We tried to do a tour. It was fucking terrible. Like
Where'd you
In
go?
what way?
Oh, we went all like we lost. I personally lost like $2,500. It was a person that was doing it. It's a whole thing.
Well, man.
Basically got robbed, and we only ended up playing like 4 shows out of the like 9 that were booked. It was a whole thing, and then every time we try to record, it just something happens. Like the last that song "Crash."
Yeah.
That I was telling you was about the drummer.
Yeah.
That's because he was in an almost fatal car crash. Like he was hospitalized for 2 months.
Oh my god.
He's got
Damn,
his legs are filled with metal and shit. Like his
No
foot was
way.
all twisted and mangled. He was fucked up.
That's terrible.
Dude.
It was terrible. Like literally the next day, he was going to his parents' house to grab some shit so we could record with it, and then gets in a fucking horrifying car crash and then can't walk. Like all this shit. It's like,
Those are the worst
what the fuck?
So
and
you're
then we
cursed.
just yeah.
The band's cursed.
So we just kind of like, let's just do what we want when we want, maybe sometimes.
Let's not force it.
Yeah.
No, dude, we'd absolutely love to have you because it's rare you find a band like everyone likes.
When was
and
the
a
last
band,
time
like,
y'all were in Dallas?
That band's, dude, I'm fucking from Dallas. I've never got to play in Dallas.
Whoa.
Dude,
Every time
we're gonna change that.
Every
Yeah.
time,
change
every
that.
time I've ever tried, like, because, I'll go back and, like, I have a ton of family there, and so I'll meet some people, and be like, oh, cool, and trade contacts and do that whole thing. But, I know how crazy it is there. So it's like, that'll probably never work, and then you'll hit them up, and it's just like, it just never works.
Yeah. No, we'll change that, man. We gotta get you out there. Cause
Like,
y'all
it
guys
was a good
fucking
match
rock, dude.
last night.
Yeah, y'all guys.
Oh, great.
you
I
guys
think that
killed
whole
it.
show was a solid matchup.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
honestly, yeah.
Tacker
It
did a
was.
great job putting that together.
everyone killed it.
I told him that they sound like, to me, 68 mixed with
Yeah.
Royal Blood mixed with Jack White.
The Jack
Yeah,
White,
I
I've
can
never
see
heard that.
I
That's
can see
crazy.
that.
That's awesome.
I get the 68 thing because that is kind of like the main inspiration. Well, it's not, though. That band's history is strange. I started it in high school,
Yeah.
and it was an acoustic side project for, like, I was in, like, a nu metal band. This was the
Nice.
early,
Yeah.
well, late 90s.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
And hell yeah. And then it just kind of went on, and then finally one day I was like, fuck it, I want to start, like, a rock and roll band, but take big band from, like, the 50s and add it into rock and roll. So we had a horn section.
Dude.
Yeah.
And keys and auxiliary drums, and there was like 7 people in the band. It was all 3 guitar players. It was just rock and roll. So some of those, like Sticky Bandits.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, the name and all, comes from my great grandmother. Immigrated from Denmark, and when she got here, she landed in the Badlands of South Dakota, and in there was a horse thief, and his nickname was Lame Johnny, and she went to the school
Wow.
that was named after him.
Oh my goodness.
His real name was Cornelius, and he was killed by. So our entire first record is the fictional biography of that man. We wrote in a love story and all
That's
this crazy
so
shit. It was
cool.
a thematic album.
Yeah.
And that song is from, so like some of them, that's why some of the songs I'm using like weird words. They're like old timey words because
Yes.
it was written with that in mind.
That's
and then the
brilliant.
new songs, although all 4 of those new ones are like angry,
Yeah.
they're a lot more like punk in nature, pissed off.
I like that dude's name, Lame Johnny.
Lame
Is that what
Johnny.
it is?
That was his nickname.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Cornelius.
Cornelius was his real name.
Yeah.
But there was a school there. And so when she died, I got this pamphlet. I was like, wow, that's a sick ass name.
Yeah.
And then so after it was a rock and roll band, it just kind of like fizzled out for some reason. I guess we just didn't have enough. It just didn't make sense. It was too many schedules. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And one day we just were practicing and we had enough of the bullshit. And we were like, let's see if we can just do it the core, which is myself, Justin, and Cody, the guys you met last night. And it's just been us 3 ever since.
Yeah.
People have asked to play and we're like,
Yeah.
it's a 3-piece.
It's a 3-piece. Yeah.
Every now and then I'll ask somebody to like come on stage and play guitar. We have a song that's like 3 notes, and I'll just teach it to them right there.
Right.
And I'm like, you can play it, I promise. It's just this. And they'll go, okay. And then they do, and it's fun. It's super fun.
Dude, that's awesome.
Neat stage
Yeah,
tactics.
that's dope.
No, y'all were sick.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed this show last night.
I really enjoyed y'all set. I'm so glad I got to see you because I meant what I said at Furnace Fest. I was like, I had people texting me. I was like, they were like, dude, you gotta come fucking see this right now. They knew me enough to be like, that Corey would fucking love this band, dude.
Dude, that's so cool.
Sick, yeah.
Because we didn't know how we were going to go
Exactly.
over at Furnace Fest. We literally showed up. And no one knows us really except
Right.
for like some of the Furnace Fest community people who are
was
in
a-
a group chat.
A whirlwind.
And I remember walking out to the stage and it was just like, oh, this place is packed out.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be packed out because we're like the second band of the day.
whole day, yeah.
I was like, there'll be like $500 or something, maybe. We got there. I'm like, oh, I almost pissed myself in fear. I was like, oh,
And we didn't even
my
get to
God.
sound check or anything.
Yeah, we
so
didn't
we're
get to
just like,
sound
our hearts
check.
were like,
Nope.
so like,
just turn the amp on.
but after the first like 30 seconds, I'm like, I'm in, let's go.
You just chuck your
As soon as I
glasses.
threw my microphone up like
yeah,
30 feet in the
yeah.
air and caught it, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I had my hammer.
The nerves went out.
Isn't that funny, dude? Like you're a professional. You know what you're doing, but you still get so much fear in your body.
I do every show.
And
He
every
doesn't.
show,
He
every
doesn't.
show, I'm just
I
like,
know, yeah.
like last night, everything's not working. I'm on stage, like this is the worst thing in the world. we might as
feel
well.
kinda
I
sick,
should have
boy.
never did this. Yeah. And then you start that second, third note, and you're like, of course. Why
Yeah,
did I think I was going to fuck up a song I've been playing
Yeah.
for years? You know,
Well,
which we did something bold. We started with a new song and ended with a new song,
Yeah.
that's a wild move. Because, you know,
That
people
is a
only
wild move.
remember the beginning and the end. That's
Yeah.
what I tell people. When you build a set, put all the bullshit in the middle. If you
Yeah.
don't think it's going to work, just put it in the middle. No one will remember.
It worked out.
Yeah. And end strong. We were like, let's just put the new one at the end. I was like, okay.
It was like
so
the
funny.
encore last night. We haven't played that song in a minute. We're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
My guitar was out of tune the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You were down there like changing
Yeah.
pitches. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Tacker, you sabotaged these boys.
It's hilarious. But yeah, it's so funny. I watch Colten get nervous for every show. It doesn't matter if there's 3 people out there or 300.
Every fucking
Colten's just like, oh God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I never get nervous. Furnace Fest was like one of the only times where
Wow.
it's a strange feeling to me because I don't get it often. I'm like, "Ugh, I don't like this.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
You
My
just want
hands
it
are
to be good,
shaking
man.
and I'm trying to act
Exactly.
cool.
I
I'm
just-
like, hide
I
it.
want to make myself happy. So
I always look at it as like a selfish thing too. Like I'm so afraid of fucking up, and I get so nervous because I want it to be so good.
Yeah.
But really, I want to not fail.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I have to get the mic after this guy. So I'm like thinking about that. Just like, so many things to do.
Yo, love the change up. Not many bands can pull off a change up and keep it going. Y'all did it for what? 2 songs? 3 songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
songs usually. Maybe 3, but
It gives me a little vocal break. I come back, I'm like, ooh, I'm a little fresh again.
and then I'm the one dying.
Especially with those fucking fog machines going, dude.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
The fog machine.
Worst invention ever.
So what happened was like Colten started writing his own songs. I'm like, well, you might as well sing the songs you're writing. So live, we'll just switch up. I don't care.
Are y'all brothers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 8 years apart. He's
Dang.
The oldest. He's the oldest. I'm
Yeah.
the youngest.
I'm 38,
I'm 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we didn't think it was gonna work either, but people seemed to like it, so we're just like, okay, cool.
yeah, we have fun with it, man.
What, playing the music?
Oh, no, like
No,
switching.
switching.
Oh, switching. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's cliche. It's kind of like
Yeah.
2 singers, you know?
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
yeah.
one band
Like,
has
hey,
done
yeah.
it ever that like did it well.
Yeah,
Linkin Park.
But-
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
but I just know I couldn't sing what he was doing. I'm like, I can't do it like you do it. You do your own songs, man. Like,
And it really started from Alexander Nevermind because he wrote like 5 songs. He wrote 5 songs
Sure.
or whatever or something like that. So we kind of just carried it on to the next project. So
yeah, the
it's
new
same thing,
project,
it's like 5
yeah,
songs, 5 songs.
something like that. The new album is going to be called "The Ballad of a Real Rock and Rolla," and we are super stoked on it. 10 songs.
Y'all better be ready.
Is it 10
Great
songs
name.
or 11?
10, 11.
Yeah, it's around 10 or 11
Listen,
songs.
it's whatever you want. Put some hidden ones
Yeah.
on it. Do a re-release. Do a fuck, you know.
Yeah, we
we
did
actually
like
do have it.
17 songs, but we had to cut it
Yeah,
down.
of course.
And we're like, ooh, it was so hard to cut too.
Yeah.
Then you put
so
a part
many-
2 out, and you do a fucking B-sides track.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's so many ways to
Yeah.
do these things now.
But yeah, we're super stoked on the new, like it's heavier,
So-
groovier. We experiment a lot more.
I don't know what song it was y'all played last night, but it has that dance groove and the the hip shaking.
Knees Up.
Fucking yeah,
These
Yeah,
yeah.
it's our
Colton's dance song.
yeah.
He made that for the ladies, as he says.
It worked. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I like this."
Come on, girls, let's dance.
Talk about the gospel influence.
Oh, okay. Gospel influence. So we all grew up in church, right?
Same.
So
PKs.
Colten and I, our dad was a pastor. He's retired now, and so we were pastors' kids. And everyone in the band are pastors' kids.
No.
Save Jimmy.
Except for
Save
Jimmy, our bassist.
What?
Yeah, so we were like a pastor's
He's a
kids
heathen.
band. So we grew up in
Sinner.
Yeah.
Backslider.
Yeah,
All right.
So yeah, we have a bunch of inside jokes that sometimes probably might go over our
Don't
bassist
make
Jimmy's
sense,
head because he wasn't in it. Like we were in like the Pentecostal,
Oh shit! Y'all were deep.
charismatic
Yeah, we were deep in it.
church where people are shaking.
Yes.
Like,
Oh no.
That's basically where we get our stage.
Yeah, we get our stage presence
from.
from our
Headbanging,
upbringing.
I know exactly what to do.
Exactly.
Our father is super charismatic. He's screaming on the mic and stuff. So I mean,
Sometimes when we're like performing, like, me and Bernie both done it. Like,
Yeah,
two
we're
like
like-
fans,
we're
and
just
it looks
like-
like we're praying for somebody.
Yeah,
Let me proselytize you.
yeah. So we can't help it. We still listen to some gospel music, like the old black gospel style, because that's what we played.
Right.
And with choirs and the whole thing. So every once in a while you'll hear that in our songs. Like the first song we played last night, it was like, "Don't you think it's time?" It's a choir. Like it's.
That explains the harmonies.
Yeah. It's
I was like, man, these motherfuckers are singing beautiful.
it's the gospel influence.
Yeah.
And so we grew up on like Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond and stuff like that. So we try to we implement that and like the Fat Nasty even like
Dude.
dun, 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 dun,
When I saw that this
joy,
shirt,
joy.
I was like, do y'all have anything in 3X? And of course, it's the only thing that it says the Fat Nasty. And I was like, that's my new nickname.
Oh my gosh!
Fat Nasty.
Of course.
And that's 100% the name of this episode.
all right,
For
sweet,
sure, the
sweet.
Fat
Hell
Nasty.
yeah,
The
let's
Fat Nasty,
Yeah.
man. No one knows what it means, but it's
It doesn't matter.
provocative.
So funny, dude.
Yeah.
Fat Nasty.
And we even did a gospel choir on the new album, so
Yeah.
it's
Ooh.
insane. No, like it's
Love
nutty
that.
how we
Yeah.
did it.
So
And it's just us three, our other guitarists over here.
Y'all just sitting in a room, just
Well,
harmonizing.
we do like
Stacking.
gang vocals.
Yeah.
Oh, stacking. Yeah.
We kind
How
of
many?
31.
Fuck.
on one part.
Times 3. What's that?
sounds
That's like
like-
96 vocal parts. What the fuck?
we went crazy.
Yeah, we did.
But Fat Nasty, that's funny because that phrase, someone told me or said that to me when I was like 18 years old. This band we played with, they're like, "Man, y'all got some nice Fat Nasties." I'm like, "What the heck is that?"
We're like, wait, come again?
They're like,
the riffs.
"Y'all got some Fat Nasties." I'm like, "I don't know what that is." They're like, "Breakdowns."
Oh.
Like in songs, like y'all have good breakdowns. I'm like, oh, I never heard the Fat Nasty, so I just kept it. I'm like, well, I like that phrase, and so we wrote a song about getting being hungover. That's what the song's about, but we decided to throw the Fat Nasty in there just for shits and giggles. It has nothing to do with the actual song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, ladies and gentlemen, do the Fat Nasty, and
It's whatever you
Breakdown.
want it to be.
yeah,
You know?
so
It's a magical word
Yeah.
or phrase.
that song was written during COVID when I was hungover every day.
Oh, we all were.
I was
Oh,
like,
dude.
I'm home. I'm gonna drink some whiskey, and then every morning I'm like, why did I do?
What
Did
was
y'all-
those things? The teas, the fucking
Twisted?
twisted tea.
Yeah, dude,
oh
Twisted
my
Teas.
god, that's what it was.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah,
The Twisted Tea guy died.
Retired those because
Oh, dude.
The sugar gets you.
Did y'all have it in y'all's? Like, we would have friends, like, doing a drink and then tag like 3 friends. Like, everyone was drinking alcohol during COVID, dude. Remember
Yep.
those?
Yep.
Everybody.
That's how we made the
Stay
album.
fucked up. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just remember like waking up and I had some of the lyrics from that song in my head. I was just like, shuffled off this mortal coil. I'm about to shuffle off this mortal coil and die because I feel like shit.
You were White Claws were popping on.
Oh, yeah, at the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
White Claws.
Dude, I used to go to the gas station and the cashier dude would be like, "Claw's in town." He'd call me Claw. Every time. There's Claw. I was like, dang.
You're like, I think it's becoming a problem.
We were, like all the COVID shit was going on, and I was like, I need to drink less. I was drinking so much. We were living together.
Yeah.
And Bernie was like, you don't have to stop. Like, what else are you gonna do? He would pour like half a White Claw into a glass. And then he would walk by my computer desk and do this number right here. He'd be like,
just said it.
Yeah, I instigated. But
You did.
You need to level
Times.
out, bud.
I'm just glad that shit's over, to be honest.
Oh
though.
yeah.
I'd rather be playing shows and
Dude.
meeting new people.
Yeah, dude.
Like you guys, man. Playing in Conway was cool. Like we've never been to Conway, and
Most people have it. It's
And
you
The
know,
only
it's
place
just a
I've
college
been in
town.
Arkansas has been El Dorado
That's a small town.
El Dorado, yeah, that's
got
where our
a-
family's from.
I got a couple decent stories from that town.
decent.
I stayed there when I was a kid with one of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and this was probably like 92 or 3. And I found it was like we stayed with his grandma, right? And they had a YMCA down there with a pool and shit, and you could go. And they left. I didn't want to go, and I started rooting around in a shed, and I found a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was a grappling hook, but it certainly was shaped like one.
Like Batman?
Yeah. And it had a rope on the end. I assume it was. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I think it was probably a boat anchor.
Yeah,
But it had hooks, 3
Yeah,
hooks,
yeah.
and it was on a rope, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh
grappling
shit,
hook for
a grappling
sure.
hook!" So I took it into a yard, and I started grappling shit, and I grappled the tree limb, and so I climbed the tree, and then I slipped and fell, and you know how branches kind of go like that?
Yes.
Well, my knee, I was a little kid, my knee went, and like the front ball of my knee got wedged on one side, and the other side of my leg got wedged on the other, and I was stuck there for all like 30 minutes probably.
dude.
And like some construction workers came, and it was a whole thing, dude. I was screaming.
Like, this kid's in the backyard with the hook.
Well, they heard me screaming in
This
pain.
sounds
It
like
was
some
so
Arkansas
bad.
shit.
Yeah, 100%. And I was a fucking hellraiser, so like any kind of trouble I could get in was great,
Dude, that's awesome.
Grappling hook.
Yeah. Get stuck in a tree. I didn't play with it anymore after that.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm done.
I bet.
I can't do it.
See, that's the only time I've ever even been there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it still as small as it was then? It's just like nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't go often, but yeah,
Honestly,
it's still small.
I hate that place.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much there, dude. There's not much anywhere in Arkansas, really. Fayetteville's the big popping off spot. It's got all
Okay.
the Walmart money. That's where Walmart's
Nice.
from.
Gotcha.
And it is just blowing up tremendously. They're
This is
stealing
Little
everything.
Rock, right?
This is Little Rock, yeah. Yeah, you're currently in the tallest building in all of Arkansas.
Sweet.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
40
This
stories,
is my
baby.
first time here too, Little Rock.
Really? So the hall, which is a place you guys will probably play if you keep going, is that black building right there to the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where like the Under Oaths and shit. Silverstein just played last week,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
so that's that venue. And then Vino's the iconic punk venue is like just literally 2 blocks
Yeah.
past that.
I would love to play both because I hear good stories about Vinos from everybody.
They're
Dude,
like,
it's
"You would
classic."
kill it there.
Yeah, it's classic.
Say less.
Yeah, we could definitely have y'all back if you don't blow up too hard. Y'all get labeled up and start popping off. It's gonna be well. That's over.
No, we established. Y'all are bros now, you know.
The
We'll
hall.
come back like Jack White. He just shows up in little bars and plays.
Oh, dude, I love when I see that
I
stuff.
love that shit. Like, yeah.
He
That's
still
what's
drives
up.
his van,
Yeah, he still
Mm-hmm.
drives his van around.
and he'll play a little bar if he wants.
Shout out Jack.
That's what he
wicked, dude.
wants, and I think that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be successful enough to do what I want.
I want to play with Jack White.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
I
Jack
mean,
White.
that would be
Don't we
insane.
all?
Yeah. I mean,
I just
yeah.
want to hang with him, really. Just pick his
Well,
brain about
but-
stuff.
Yeah.
But that's why you want to play with him, right? Because
Yeah.
like secretly you're like, but if I play a show, that means we might get to hang
We
out.
might become best
stole-
friends.
I've
That's
stole
a
so much shit from
possibility.
you, man.
Dude, that's another strange thing. Like 'cause when we've been playing with bigger groups that come through Dallas, you never know how it's going to go. Like if they're friendly or they're going to be mean
Yeah.
or just standoffish. And it's hit and miss. And have you heard of the band called Scary Kids, Scaring
Yeah,
Kids?
absolutely.
Well, we had no idea how that would go. They ended up being like our best
The
buds,
nicest
like
dudes.
randomly. They loved us, and it's just strange how that happens. Like,
We have-
I don't want to meet one of my favorite bands and
Oh.
not have the Scary Kids
We don't
situation
really have
happen.
any
Well,
bad
you got to get
stories.
ready for
I'd
that
be
one,
so
dude.
sad.
You got to get ready for that one.
I
That's,
meet my
that's
hero,
coming.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, so are we gonna be best friends now or what?
I've worked at a lot of venues, and I used to work at one of the local, like, prominent ones where like the bigger bands would come through. So you're meeting a lot of your heroes, and man,
It can be like that
damn,
sometimes.
it's
Yeah.
like,
But we
oh,
haven't
you're
had
a
any
piece
bad
of shit.
stories with anybody.
Not
Yeah,
yet. That's
yeah,
good.
not
dude.
yet.
Yeah.
we
But
hung
y'all
out.
are also very cool, so y'all come off less like You know, we were there working, so it's a little different. When you're there to play, they kind of treat the dynamic's different.
Yeah.
I think we can be the annoying ones, probably.
Sure.
Just coming through. These guys are dickheads.
Some cool guys we met that were actually cool. I'm gonna bring the story up. At Furnace Fest, we hung out with Jordan Buckley from Every Time I Die and Better Lovers, and Greg from he used to sing for Dillinger Escape Plan. Yeah. Greg bought us shots, and Jordan was
super nice,
drunk and just telling jokes the whole time. Those are one of my heroes situations
same.
where I'm like, we're almost best friends. We just need a little more time. Another week together, and it's going to happen.
One more hangout session. I know we'll get his phone number.
I know it's going to happen. Colt was laughing at me because he knows I geek out around those guys. Because that's who I grew up on, was those dudes, watching their videos over and over on YouTube.
Yeah. I learned a lot by watching, or just going to shows early on, when especially when I was in I was in a new metal band, like I said, and so when I first got into that scene stuff, I was like, what the fuck? So you find bands that you like and latch onto them, and it's like every time I died back then, dude, they were, especially Jordan, he was so intense with the promotion. I saw them at Warped Tour, and that dude, the entire day, all he did was promote his own band. And I still use some of the tactics, because I sat there and watched him for an hour. I was like, this man is a fucking monster.
Was he handing out little cards and shit?
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite games. Y'all are gonna fucking love this game. I got Norma Jean doing it. I sat there and I would watch him, and he would go, "Hey, if you wore Jinko jeans 5 years ago." Every time I die, right over here, signing autographs, 3 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And he would just keep saying, he's like, if you remember what VHS tapes are, every time I die, right over here, signing autographs. He would just name shit from what he was singling out his fan base, we know you're over 30, get your ass over here. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I was making old jokes to Jordan.
Oh, yeah. He was calling him old.
I was drunk, too. I was like, sorry, Jordan.
If you own a yo-yo, every time I die, right over here, signing autographs. It was brilliant, dude. I still do it.
That's awesome.
You wish you left your pogs.
If you know what a slammer is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna steal that
It's
from
great.
you now.
Your merch guy, you should just fucking, oh yeah, if y'all go on tour, dude, fucking let me do merch. I'm so good at it.
Dude, heck yeah.
Right, Kurt?
Gonna take Jess's spot.
I do have a good resume. That's why I was at Furnace Fest a bunch of times, was because of the NJ guys.
The Norman Jean guys.
Yeah.
So you know them pretty well?
Yeah, their guitar player, man, I met him when he was super young, playing in a band called Harvester.
Okay.
And their manager was also in that band, and it's one of the best fucking bands that
Which
no one
guitarist?
ever. Grayson.
Grayson, okay.
One of the best fucking bands no one's ever gonna fucking hear, dude. Harvester was legendary.
I know the name, but I'd have to
wild performance. Y'all would love them. I mean,
Yeah.
Southern as fuck, wild performances, just incredible band. Should have one of those bands where you're like, it's a shame, it's a damn shame that
Yeah.
they didn't go take off.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Band you turned me on to that was like that?
There's so many, dude.
The dude plays now with other bands, but
Undermined.
Undermined.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Do you know
Shout out.
Undermined?
I don't.
Undermined.
Undermined is one of the they have an album called 1111 that no one's heard of, but it's one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life.
You would love it, yeah.
I'll check it out. Undermined at 1111. Got it.
Yeah, and it was one of the albums that changed my life, and I was surprised that no one knew of it. It popped up on my MySpace back in 2005. I saw this band Undermined. It was close to Under Oath, so I'm like, I'll
of
check
course,
it out.
yeah.
Click, and it blew my freaking mind. I was like, the production's crisp, like it's real drums, real guitars.
Back then, dude.
You do. It was it still holds up.
That drummer is just disgusting.
The drummer on there is so yeah. Undermined 1111. You'll hear a lot of Nygma influence on it. But,
Okay.
One of the GOAT albums.
It's a GOAT album, top 5.
And
for
it's just a
me.
one-album band.
No, 2 album.
Two
band.
album band, okay.
Yeah, and they just toured and grinded, and that particular sound wasn't
Just didn't
popular
catch,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah. So after they were done, that's when the scene kind of got blew up, and they
Dude,
just kind of.
that sucks.
Yeah,
No.
dude.
Sometimes
Like
it's
the forefathers, they just there's always that one that just didn't go, and everybody knows the underground. Like you guys are telling us now, it's like it's this band you got to know
But
about
you're
them.
so influenced by that
Right.
Yeah.
album.
My band like that is Beloved.
Beloved.
come on,
Almost no
yeah.
one knows who that is. Like if you bring
Really?
that up, dude, if you bring that up in conversation, Beloved. Like
Beloved,
our-
I
Nadvin.
saw Beloved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our drummer has the tattoos of Beloved.
I saw Beloved. They were touring with The Running still. The
the
new
EP?
shit didn't even come out yet.
Dang, yeah.
And
Wow.
they hadn't even recorded it yet. They were just on a regular tour. I saw them with 15 people in a church.
Dude,
Nice, yeah.
epic.
And it was like, I was like, what the fuck? Who is this fucking band? Oh my God. And then stayed with them till, through the end. And
Yeah.
then-
Dude, they were amazing. I saw them on a tour with Norma Jean, Dead
Poetic,
Poetic.
yeah.
And there's some other band I can't remember at the moment, but they blew my freaking mind. I
They're-
was-
Church?
huh?
You said you saw him in a church?
In a church with 15
Dude,
people,
that's how
dude.
it was back then. Like every
Yeah,
band,
most shows
were at
every
churches.
band I
Yes.
like was playing at churches.
We were all
Even
good
at
little
the
Christian
drive-in.
boys, man. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I can't tell you how many badass bands I saw in front of no one. Like, dude, they're just like trying to get. Dude, I've seen Under Oath. I've seen every version, even when they were death metal.
Yeah.
Like, just got caught. I got brought in right at the perfect time before all these bands blew up.
Yeah.
So I was watching them for $3 and $5. They weren't in buses. They were amazing.
yeah.
always
It was
in a
amazing.
Church hall.
I miss those days, dude.
yeah,
Dude.
of course.
Where
It was-
you saw cool bands at churches. It were like 20 people, and you could just rage.
Rage.
And it's not like that anymore. I mean,
No,
like
no,
even
no.
local scenes, like it's hard to find anything like that anymore.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got a weird question for. What's an average local show ticket cost where y'all are from?
$15 is average.
15?
I would
The
say.
average?
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
think so.
15 to 20.
Okay. See, I'd say I've been saying we need to go up. Dude, ours is 10,
Yeah.
and 15's for like the more acts price. And I'm like, dog, we need to. It's got to be 15, 20, dude. We got to
Yeah.
switch it because you can't make money at $10 anymore.
Yeah, yeah, it's too low.
I'm
Unfortunately,
not to make it about making money, but dude, you got to
Yeah.
do something.
But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like
yeah,
inflation and shit.
it's insane. I mean, come on, it's insane.
Everything is expensive in Dallas, anyways.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It's insane.
Especially Deep Ellum, like prices of it.
I had not been to
A
Deep
Lone
Ellum
Star
in a long
beer is
time.
$5.
Yeah.
Deep Elm's scary, dude. You don't really want to hang out there
It's
too long.
always been scary. It's never not been scary.
Like you'll get shot if you're not
Yeah.
careful out there. So when we play out there, I'm like, ugh,
I
let's
love
go
that
home.
Place, though. That's home though now.
No, I hate Deep Elm.
Yeah,
I like playing there, but I don't like hanging there.
yeah.
I ain't trying
It's
to
a good place
go
to
to
get
the
shot and
bars
stabbed and
at Deep Ellum.
robbed. Yeah,
We got jumped there actually.
Yeah, we got-
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we got jumped there. I got my nose,
nose
broken.
nose broken.
I remember the first time I ever went there still, and I was like, oh, this is the one I keep hearing about. I was like, this is kind of fucking scary, dude.
Yeah,
This
dude.
place is low-key
Gotta
shitty.
stay strapped.
It's gnarly, man.
It's gnarly. It's like, was it ever good?
I think
don't-
so.
I don't
It
know.
was
Like
a couple years
not
ago,
so
like 10
crazy?
years
My
ago.
girlfriend's dad said it was always bad.
Yeah.
'Cause he used to go there with his lowrider.
Yo, that's awesome.
He said it was always bad. He's like, it goes like this. It's up and down.
Right.
But
They probably try to like get it good, and then
Mm.
they're like, and the people there are like, fuck no, we like this, we live in this.
I like a little
but
danger.
dude, that's
in
so
this.
cool that you're from our era basically of,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's like my favorite thing. Talking
Actually-
about that era.
Actually,
the
all
music.
my friends got in before I did, and I wish I got in when they did because they have stories that I'm like, dude, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, I saw fucking all these bands for $10, and it was so crazy
Yeah.
at like nowhere at like a skate park or just like
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Like Norma Jean was probably the first hardcore band that I ever seen or heard.
really.
Yeah, I was just into regular rock music, and a buddy of mine who I thought was the coolest dude ever, he's like, "You want to see something cool?" I'm like, "Yeah." He pulls up this video that he shot, and it's of Norma Jean, and I was like, "I don't know what this is, but this is my life now.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. This is
Dude.
my life." And I had a rock band, and I'm like, "We're changing our sound and our
Yep.
stage presence and everything."
Yep.
I'm like 15 years old. We're like, we're no longer just a Linkin Park wannabe band.
Yo, I have the exact same story. My buddy Drew, I've told it a million times, dude. He comes into class and I'm like a big Korn, Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
like new metal guy. He's like, you need to listen to this, and he throws his stacks. His uncle is Bruce from Sacrifice, Living Sacrifice.
Oh wow!
He's like,
yes.
you got to listen to this stuff, man. And it's Zayo, it's
Yes.
Ludacris, pre Norma Jean.
Yes.
It's it's Living Sacrifice, and I take it home and I listen to it, and I'm just like, it was ever since that day. I was like, you ruined my fucking life, really.
I got the solid state. What do you call that?
Was it that DVD with all the samplers on it?
Yeah,
yes, dude.
That's what was showed to me too. I was like, what is this?
I still have
Watched it
one of
over and
those.
over and over.
Dude.
All the music videos?
Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
Looped.
And that's all we
Reborn on
fucking
it.
did. We would watch those music videos of our favorite bands and then go skateboard.
Makes perfect sense.
But yeah, that stuff changed my life. And then later on, I found like At the Drive and all those other groups, and I'm just like,
And even those bands were like, what happened to being like at the drive-in, and they're putting on the wildest show.
Yeah.
They're acrobats.
yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck is happening?
And that's what we love, and we're just like, you know.
The thing is, it's so hard to do.
It is. It
Like
sucks,
I don't
dude.
understand Cedric's like how he would sing and then jump around and sing, jump around and sing. I'm like,
I was like that last night. I was like, ooh.
yeah.
Like, thank God I'm screaming, bro. Thank God
Yeah.
I'm
After
screaming.
the first song, I was like, I literally went a little too hard on that first one. Now I'm
didn't
dead.
realize how hard Vanity was till last night because I have to scream and sing. I was like, oh my God.
But you can't help it, man. I love.
Was that set the same set y'all are going to run on
Yes.
the tour?
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
like
one
our
we've been
warm up. Like,
practicing, yeah.
make sure we can.
You got to have a tune-up show.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure this one works.
The garage, sometimes it lies, you know. Sometimes you think it's good, and you're like, and then you test it out live, and you're like,
So recently, we've been practicing with in-ears. Like,
And
we're trying to get this in-ear setup thing going,
okay.
which I've been opposed to for years and years
Yo,
and years.
same, dude. I'm
But
a
our
like,
drummer,
plug the
Caleb-
fucking amp in and play, dude.
Our drummer Caleb is he wants us to up our game,
Sure.
especially.
Well, y'all are leveling up, so it makes sense to like level up other things.
It makes sense on these bigger stages we've been experiencing where you basically can't hear much, and you're like guessing. on
You
a
walk
lot of
away,
things.
you can't hear your amp, and then you're in between the monitor and the amp. You can't hear anything at all.
I'm screaming way too hard, losing my voice because I can't hear myself. So I'm like, whatever, we're getting it set up. So we've been practicing for the past 4 or 5 months with these in-ears, and we've getting used to them.
Yeah.
And I can hear everything. And I'm not straining my voice ever. So like when we got set up and did sound check, I'm like, oh my God,
gotta
I'm
get
not
used
used
to
to
this again.
this anymore. Oh my
The
goodness.
monitor setup?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Not without. Yeah.
But I love it.
Y'all could have brought in-ears. They run bands with in-ears there.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not ready
it's
yet.
too much,
Oh,
yeah.
We're missing
I
like
see.
a few pieces.
I see.
And we're doing this ghetto rig thing.
The whole
right now.
rig
Yeah.
setup thing where it's like a 400-pound box you have to
Yeah.
lug around the whole time. Yeah. See, that's another reason I'm just like, yeah, fuck all that. Dude.
Yeah.
I'll just play the damn song. It's like I don't have any vocals in my monitors
Really?
because I sing weird.
That's cool.
I sing from the vibration in my chest.
Yeah,
As
okay.
opposed to the notes in the guitar. So like I can
Gotcha.
feel the two kind of be in
Yeah.
tune to each other. It's kind of like a weird.
Yeah, it's
But I don't-
I know
visceral,
what you're
visceral
talking about,
dude. Your
But
voice.
most times when I hear it, I actually end up it's worse because I'm trying to overcompensate and trying to make it too good. And it's just like no, it's supposed to be what it is. Just fucking let it be what it is. So I just like cut all that shit out.
Dude.
At practice, I keep the speakers like turned towards the other two guys. I try not to hear myself as much as possible.
Damn, dude.
It's weird.
That's a talent right there.
No, that's punk rock, dude.
No, I'm
I
just
love
a
it.
weird dude. I just come up with. I'm not musically trained. I just started playing shit when I was young, and now I play like 5 different instruments. So I just like I do what I like. So nobody told me, hey, this is how you do it. So I just I just came up with my own way.
Learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same, honestly. We didn't know anything about tone back in the day or anything.
Yeah.
A lot of them bands did. boy.
Distortion.
Death metal
9/6,
pedal.
12, everything.
Slide 6 all the way up. Death metal pedals. all the
Yo,
way
I
up.
do the fucking
Dude, I had
the
that.
boss
Yeah.
metal zone.
Yeah.
God, with the mids scooped all the way out. Oh my fucking god.
I remember.
What a time.
That's how I did it. And then I joined this like rock band, and we recorded in Nashville. And they're like, dude, you need to fix your tone. I'm like, what is tone? What's a tube amp? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Dude, Justin, who I met last night, he's a guitar player, like I said. He played through this pod. You remember the pods, the pedal boards,
Yep.
line 6 pod
Yeah,
pedal boards?
those bean-looking things.
And me and Earl, the bassist, we were like, we're tone snobs. And we're like, dude, please God, change your setup. And he just wouldn't do it because he just does not care. Like, I tuned his drums until last year. Like, I would tune him. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. And like, I love him to death. He's my best friend. We've been riding or dying for fucking almost 2 decades now. But one day, we got a pedal, like a great distortion pedal. We took that thing, we set off the side, and we toned the whole amp out, right? We're like, dude, check this out.
Yeah.
And he plays it and he goes, oh, that's sick. Unplugs it, plugs back in the line 6, right?
Oh my God, dude.
So I'm not making this up.
I know what you're thinking.
We sabotaged the pedal. We changed the settings on it so it wouldn't work properly. And then and it was like a month later, and we told him it must be broken. But this pedal, remember we bought that distortion pedal, and he played the pedal ever since. I didn't tell him that it wasn't broken until like a couple years ago.
Oh my God, dude! But dude, once you learn tone, like it's hard to go back. Like you
can't go back.
Once you get it, you're like, oh, I hate bad tone now. Like it's just. I saw the light and I can't go back. It's just one of those
visceral.
things.
Some of bands,
you can just hear it.
Like I see a band with lug their line 6 up. I'm like, oh brother, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm in for a long set tonight.
I get worried. Certain pickups too. I get worried in guitars. I'm so fucking ridiculous. It's just like, oh no, because you know what the pickup looks like. You know, you're like, oh fuck.
I would say our tone snob is Dan over there on the floor, lying down.
Amen, brother.
He knows all about like frequencies and stuff like that. But I'm kind of like, I just know what sounds good now, and I just can kind of get it there. So
what it needs to sound like.
Yeah,
that's the artist's ear. Like I always say, like you could take like anyone, like say Tim from Monroe's, right? Mm-hmm. You could put Tim on any amp. Mm-hmm. And it's going to sound like Tim because once he's done with it, he knows what it needs to be and he knows who he is. So it's like, eventually you get to a point in playing where like I can play on any amp, but I have to just know my, settings and all this stuff. Like I know how I can get it close enough to be good, and it will end up sounding like that person. Yeah, the identity of the sound.
Yeah, I wonder if they still use amps.
No, I don't think they do. I think everyone's on these neural DSPs and shit.
Which I kind of hate, be honest.
Even Metallica doesn't use amps, bro. Metallica! The fucking...
Marshall guys?
Like the band. Yeah. Like the world's rock band. Dude, and you're like fucking, no,
every
we're done.
band is moving that way, and it's kind of annoying because... When I go watch a band and I'm up close to the stage, there's no feeling.
Yeah. There's nothing.
It's empty.
I'm telling you.
It's empty.
I'm telling you.
I gotta have vibration. I gotta have something.
Bassist?
Yes.
No, you literally last night, Cody, our bassist, because he played on your rig instead. Mm-hmm. He comes up to me, he goes, I got to get some 15s now.
Justin was like, turn your bass down.
Yes, yeah. He was like, I was like, get an auxiliary one, like use it for the clean and the bass, dude. I was like, if you go 2 15s, it's gonna be like this all the time. You can't. Just blow.
Last night was hilarious because Jimmy was like, I need more bass, and Evan, our sound guy's like, dude, dial it down a little bit.
It's too much bass.
I need more bass.
You can still find just let homeboy on bass. You said what's his name?
Cody.
Every now and then you can find, it's hard, but they'll pop up. You can get these Sun 215 like vintage cabs that are fucking gnarly.
Okay, I'll check them out, dude. Sun, I know that company. Also, you have clap on the back of your bass.
Yeah.
It's very fun because I also like to write things on the back of my guitar in tape, but I made the word, I was going to do party because we're in a party metal band too called Shinfo, which is an E-Tid throwback. And it's strictly just Southern metal riffs and fun. There's no rhyme or reason to the band. And I play guitar in that one, but I've tried to write party. And I wrote it too big, and it didn't fit. And so for years and years, so I had to deconstruct part of it. And so for years and years, the back of my guitar just said "fart" in neon green tape. I still have it hanging up, but I have it hanging up backwards so I can see the fart instead of the guitar. Like
it worked last night.
Oh, dude!
Everyone was like, "Cool."
Great crowd. The crowd was phenomenal.
Yeah,
everyone was like into it. Yeah. Also, that was a trick when you were like, "Come up." If you would have just said that at first, like, we are very adaptive audiences. You have to be like, "Hey, do this." And oh, okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
because everyone did, and it was immediately like. For that last song, I was like, "Damn, I wish you would have said that earlier." Because I know Arkansas crowds, dude. You have to kind of be like, "Get the fuck up to the front! What are you doing?" We're scared of the mosh pitters.
Yeah.
I did see that. You guys are very nice.
It's politeness. We're like, well, let's give them their
politeness,
space
That's what it is.
Yeah.
because we know it's going to pop off.
Because
Yeah.
the first band that played, it was just me and Jimmy going,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Use up all the space too.
I do like jumping down there and just rolling around the floor. So
Yeah.
it's fine
Yeah,
if
no.
they like give it like I don't.
You made the best of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I jumped out there and somebody pushed me kind of hard. I was like, oh. I wanna get
Oh,
back
that
up
one
there.
dude in the gray
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah,
he was having a good ass time.
yeah.
man.
Boom, I was like, oh. I
He
got
was having
slippery
the-
shoes on,
Yeah,
buddy.
he was having the best night.
That's some of the downside to thinking that, like, say we pop off and start playing bigger venues and stuff, you start to lose that
You do.
Yeah.
intimacy.
There becomes that gap gets bigger the bigger you get, which is strange. You'd think
Yeah.
you'd want it like
Yeah.
the same, but it just can't be. Honestly, logistically,
Yeah.
it just can't be.
Yeah.
Because people are crazy.
But
Well,
yeah,
Hey,
let's
I was like,
Furnace
hey, Burnie
Fest.
did it at Furnace Fest.
But-
they are a different breed though. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
everyone there,
Yeah, they know what they're
it's
doing.
like this communal hive mind where everyone goes, "This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck this up."
Yeah.
Because if we do, it'll never happen again.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furnace Fest is probably the coolest festival I've ever experienced.
It's the coolest festival in the world.
It has to be. I can't think of any other place that would be better.
I've never been to like the overseas stuff because festivals overseas are like lifeblood.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine. I mean, there's dudes there that I saw at Furnace Fest every year that it was going on, and they had come to the old ones. And they're from the Netherlands, and those two dudes were like, we come from a festival culture. They said Furnace Fest is the best fest in the world,
Yeah.
and I was like, I mean, who better to fucking tell you than the
Yeah.
Right.
the people who only go to festivals?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude. And the bands are always
Yep.
phenomenal.
Every
I don't
band
know.
brings it. Did y'all catch the Emery set?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
were
did.
right
I was
there
on
on
the side
the side.
stage.
He
Yeah.
goes, I know we're not the heaviest band, and then he goes, or are we? And they just dominated that shit. I was
Dude.
like,
Dude, they did some like extra breakdowns
I-
that are not
dude,
on the
dude,
record. I was
yeah.
like, what are they doing?
I've seen that band 1,000 times across a decade plus, and that
Dude.
was the best show they've ever had.
Dude,
I was
they
like,
went
what the
ham.
fuck? And Toby's like 48 years
Yeah,
old. I was like,
he
bro,
is.
what are you doing?
Dude,
It was
because
so
I threw
crazy.
my guitar in my set like pretty fucking high, like 15 feet up, and I was like, I felt pretty good. Then Emery went up there, threw it 40 feet in there. I was like, damn it.
He beat me.
Yeah, he beat me, man.
That just shows you how fucking like in tune they are. They knew we have to bring every ounce of everything we have. We might hurt for a week, but
Yeah.
we've got to do. And they, man,
And
what
then Better Lovers at the end of that night.
Oh, shredded.
with
Dude,
the fire,
I was
get the fuck out of here, dude.
one of the most
My
insane
eyebrows
sets.
are gone.
One of the most insane sets I've ever seen. I'm like, this is so fun.
You showed me the video of Josh Scoggin.
Oh, at the
Oh,
Norma
yeah,
Jean
the Norma
one?
Jean reunion was sick.
Were you at that one?
I was filming. I was on stage.
Oh, no way.
Dude, I have a phone. I have my phone. I have a camera. So when y'all watch, Kurt actually has that live on his YouTube. When y'all watch that, you can, when he goes by, you can hear me scream out, "There the fuck he is! Let's go!" Not thinking like that audio is gonna be in the fucking video.
That's so crazy. Like, we were all kind of there and didn't know each other yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, everyone was at that, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone
Are
was
you
at
going
that.
this year?
No. No.
We're not either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
unless
Jamie is. Yeah, Jamie is.
Jim-
unless
going.
unless the dudes call me and need somebody to run merch, which that's only it's only because Jimmy, their manager, manages multiple bands, so it has to be like a scheduling thing.
Sure.
Right.
So maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't mind going just to see him at that what's it called? Not Work Play.
Yeah.
Did y'all catch any of the Work Play shows?
I got the pre-show.
God, that place is dope with the Zayo and shit.
Yeah. Zayo
Yes.
and No
Damn.
Cure.
I was there at that one too. Yeah.
Yep.
Callous Dab.
Callous Cowboys, dude, they're burning it up, ain't they?
They are.
Holy
They
shit.
are. That's Jimmy's favorite
that's
band, I
Jimmy's
think.
favorite band.
Yeah.
Our bassist.
Justin, you should have talked to Justin. Him and the lead singer are really good friends.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That's
Justin.
where you met us, right? At their show?
Yeah,
the
y'all
show we
opened
played.
for Callous Cowboys.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
That's where I approached him and was like,
We didn't have a bass player at the time.
Yeah.
We were playing with fucking
Would y'all
bass,
track it?
bass
Bass
tracks.
tracks, dude.
I don't know how we pulled this shit off.
So we went without a bassist for I want to say Caleb. you can correct me on this. It was like 2 years with no bassist.
Damn.
Yeah, and we were like begging people to play. Like, we need somebody, and then we'd get people like, I want to do it, and never show up for audition or anything. So we opened up for Cal Style Boys, and Jimmy approaches us like, "What's up with no bass?" And we're like, "Can't find one, dude."
You know what to make you guys sound better? Me.
Yeah. Pretty much. And like, you know, I thought he was cool, but I was like, he probably won't show up either. You know, like we've been through this
And
100
he's probably
times.
okay.
Dude, that's Cody, our bassist. I same shit. He was like, I play bass, and I was like,
Yeah, sure, dude.
sure. He comes in, already knew 5 of the songs that he found online and just learned them. I was like,
Dude,
yo,
No,
what the
for real.
fuck? You actually
We
play
gave him a
bass?
test. We're like, gave him the most difficult song too.
That's
Like,
it.
if you can play this,
Yeah.
then okay, you can practice with this. And then he sent us the video. I was like, all right.
But
Well,
yeah,
shit.
he ended up being like the biggest blessing in disguise for us. We're like, oh, okay, we found our guy.
And he makes it to every practice.
Yeah, dude.
He's a doctor,
Whoa.
so he's got his life together.
You're like a fucking unicorn.
Yeah,
exactly.
dude.
For real.
Unicorn bass
And he
player.
wants to rock. So
And he
Yeah.
has stage
All right.
presence and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Yeah. We didn't
That
have
was
to teach
another
him how
thing
to swing the guitar around.
That was another test too. We're like, I wonder how his stage presence is.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then he was slamming his bass the first show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He was literally beating the shit out of his bass.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Okay.
It's funny. It's like, this isn't a great show. You're like, we made such a good decision, dude. This is so sick. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we lucked out with old Jim over there.
Y'all are having a good time, man.
Yes, sir. That's what we do.
Burning
We like
it
to
up.
cultivate a party atmosphere when we play. You
It's
know?
quick, too.
We're
Y'all do
party
very,
boys.
you're very good at it.
Yeah,
I will say.
We just don't want to take ourselves too serious, you know, because we, in our genre of music, there's a lot of people that take themselves really serious. Like, our lyrics are so important. You better pay attention. And
Yeah. I mean,
And-
I get wanting people to, like,
Sure.
be as attached as you are to the thing.
Sure.
Right? That's what you hope for.
But realistically, people don't give a fuck about anything. So
That's what I think about our party metal band. A lot of people are like gravitating towards that band, and I think it's because everything is so kind of fucked up that people are like,
Just
a
need something to-
release,
yeah.
finally a band I can just.
Yeah.
It doesn't. None of this matters. I can
Yeah.
just have fun. It's all about
Exactly.
the beat and the just being silly and
yeah, it's like the E-Tit attitude. Like,
Yes.
you do take your music serious, but you're not gonna,
like it's serious that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
but it's all in.
we're
fun.
gonna have fun though.
Yeah.
We want to party as well.
Yeah, we just want to have a
Party
good
with
time.
us, please.
But that's why we try to cultivate. And
Yeah,
even our
'cause-
lyrics are not very serious half the time. Just
Sometimes.
the Fat Nasty of
Yeah.
being a prime example. Rock and Rolla.
Mine and Lame Johnny are, but the other stuff we do, because I write a lot of the Shimfo stuff, and so does Justin. It's just 100% goofball shit.
I love that.
Where
I love
songs
that.
about video games and,
Yeah.
and drinking booze. And, yeah.
I like to be the serious one.
Colton
My
does,
lyrics-
occasionally.
Bernie is the shinfo guy. He does it so well. I can't do. I'm like, I gotta talk about like my breakup or some shit.
But yeah, there's a time and place, you know.
Yeah,
but
you
for
know.
the live show, we're definitely
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
just have some fucking fun, dude.
Also, you're still seeing, and you're getting in front of enough new faces still where it kind of, what you're saying almost doesn't matter
Yeah.
yet, you know? Because they're hearing it, but you're at a concert, dude. And
Yeah.
if they like you, they're probably like in the pit or they're headbanging the whole fucking
Exactly.
time. It's like, and you're screaming. Then they're going to go get your album and be like, oh, that's what they're saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
Dude, at Furnace Fest, a lot of people knew our lyrics, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
I got to do this
yeah.
number
Yeah, exactly.
where I hand out the mic to
Same,
somebody,
yeah.
and they do the terrible scream to it.
Nothing's funnier when the person who shouldn't be doing it does
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
What? Who was that?
And I love every second of it. I'm like, oh
People
man,
in the
that was
back
bad.
think it's us.
Yeah.
This band is fucking terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's always the best though when people know lyrics too.
Yes.
There isn't a better feeling. We did that record
Maybe
release
heroin,
show.
but other than that,
Well, I always say rock and roll is the closest thing to heroin I ever want to try.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like because I got an addictive personality, and I will definitely be a heroin addict.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's stay away from that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Actually, I
could
have
lose
some in
some
my
weight,
pocket.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, guys.
We did that album release show, and like people knew the words, and they're singing them back louder than you could. Like they're just like, what? It's so powerful.
It's magic.
Yeah.
So powerful. I was crying a lot of that set.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I get so emotional now. Dude, getting older is fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just I just care a little bit more, and I'm a very passionate person. I've always have been. And so I always care deeply, which kind of is a hindrance too, because it can make me fucking be kind of a dick sometimes. But at the same time, I'm just like, I want to get things done. I want to do it right. It's like this podcast, bro. Look at where the fuck we're at right now. This is stupid.
This
It's
is the coolest
insane.
shit ever, yeah.
Yeah, but this is how hard you go. You just go.
Yeah.
And so now the older I've gotten, I think it's turning into like more emotional response. It's just like, oh man, that's cool, dude. I'm just like, oh, man, that's so cool.
No, I get that.
Because you lived a lot of life.
Oh,
You've
God,
seen a lot
bro.
of things, and you're like, man.
Well, you choked us up last night
Exactly.
talking about Furnace Fest. And
Yeah.
talking about like missing the set and getting to see us.
Yeah, no, it was great,
Yeah.
dude.
It's just like, yeah.
I meant it. It was palpable. I knew I had missed something. I was like, fuck, dude.
That means a lot because we grinded for so hard for nobody for so long.
Trust me.
You know?
I get it, dude.
It felt like for nothing for a
Yeah,
while.
Yeah.
it does feel like it's for nothing most of the time. You're just grinding and
That's it.
grinding.
We're all
We're getting mad at each other.
losing
Yeah.
our minds.
I'll tell you what, that happened last year. I got in a mode where I was like, I think it was for nothing. Like I started feeling like maybe I wasted my life kind of thought in my mind, which I don't like having negative thoughts. But,
Right.
you know, it's just nothing's working. This is before we put that record out. And then finally, once it was done, I was like, oh, I don't have to like care about that stuff. I don't have to let that be the thought. I can just do this when I want, how I want. I can take control of it, and then just like it's not for nothing because
Right.
that show did really well. There was hundreds of people there. We were the
Right.
only band on the bill. We like shot a documentary and like had this whole theater thing set up, and we put like a custom light show in the room and like all this stuff, and it was just so fucking perfect. And it was the day of the solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like literally like the stars aligned and like everything was so
Dude.
perfect in the room, and I was just like like it's so funny how you can learn a lesson like that, like a life lesson, like
Yeah.
it's not for nothing, because if it was for nothing, no one would be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like when the good finally starts happening, like,
Right.
oh.
Sometimes it just takes a while, man.
Yeah, and it makes you tougher in the end, really.
I've been doing this for over 20
Sharpens
years.
your blades.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you become a fucking assassin, a fucking riff
Exactly.
assassin, dude.
Yeah,
and then you
riff
write
assassin.
Rock and Rolla, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I am a god.
I haven't got that far yet. Yeah. God status. No way. But
You're there to somebody. See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. People will come up to me and they'll say thank you for something I didn't even know I did or said or anything like that,
Right,
or like
yeah.
thanks for what you do. And I'm like, I don't even think about it as what I'm doing. I'm only doing it because it's fun to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
So you just don't know who the fuck is watching
Yeah,
you or listening
exactly.
to you. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's the weirdest thing in the world.
It is
Music.
I mean, if I feel it, you're gonna feel it too. That's how I feel
Facts.
it.
That's the biggest problem is just getting it to ears.
Yep.
Getting it out to people.
Even though it's the easiest it's ever been, heavy
Yeah.
quotations on that fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Exactly. Keep going.
But that's all it's about. Like the more people that hear it, like it's gonna connect. That's what we felt this whole time. Like people just gotta hear Alexander Nevermind. It will resonate.
Yeah,
exactly.
It will. It has to.
This shit's too
We
fucking
love
good.
it. Yeah.
If
I
we
think
love
we're
it,
like hyping
I think y'all are
ourselves
truly
up.
one of those bands where you like people won't get, and then they see it and they go, "I get it."
Yeah.
So you just the more faces you
a
can
lot
get
of
in
people
front
have
of.
told us that before. Yeah.
I mean, one person last night had seen y'all. One. Everybody there was like, "This band is fucking incredible." Like y'all made a whole room full of new fans for sure,
Dude,
That's insane.
for sure.
it's crazy.
All my wrestling buddies were there. They were like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I told y'all, fucking told y'all, dude."
bro.
Yeah, dude. Had we set it up, they would have. They are. Those guys are batshit crazy. Like they are wild. They do death matches at shows like No ring, no nothing.
Sick.
Just beating each other with broomsticks. They're out of their minds. I love it. Huh?
It's crazier than broomsticks.
It is. I just wanted to say broomsticks. It's blood and shit everywhere, but it's
Damn.
like, oh,
It's nuts.
Do y'all have Caleb's number, by the way, or
I
information?
don't think so. No.
Anyone got?
Instagram. We have
Oh, the Instagram.
We
I was-
got Kurt's number. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can send them Rock and Rolla. We told them we were gonna let them hear it early.
Heard it last night twice. Got the sound check.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So when
know.
you said it, I was like, yo, this is the song.
yeah. This is the song.
It's funny you're making the God joke because every time we get to like the intermediate or like the middle part of that song, it's just instrumental. It's
Yeah. Dun, dun.
Yeah.
We always, whether it's practice or shows, we feel like we're ascending.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's a fun song. I'm excited for the new album though.
Yeah, me too. Well, me
I'm
too
excited
now.
for you to hear.
We're gonna get it
Yes.
pressed on vinyl.
Of
too,
course,
as well.
yeah, of course.
And
It's the way to make money now,
yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
the coolest thing in the world.
It is.
It really is.
When we had Alexander pressed, it was like one of my dreams.
It was
Came
our
true.
dreams just to have a vinyl.
Yeah, me
made
too, man.
for
That's
us.
the only reason we did it.
Yeah,
Like, let's
you're
just
like-
pay this $3,000
Yeah.
bill just so we can have it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we were like the cover art's too fucking good. Like, this needs to be on.
The explain the 7-inch. What is that?
So that's more of a logistic thing. Caleb could probably tell better, but basically we got a we're partnering up with Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer.
Yeah,
We're sponsored by them,
that's so freaking.
meaning
Of course you are.
we get free beers and stuff.
Yeah.
And y'all can correct me if I'm saying anything wrong. I don't know.
I don't know if sponsored's the right word, but
Oh.
they like us.
Yeah.
And
No, we're sponsored.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I'm just saying it.
This episode brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. If you don't like Pabst Blue Ribbon, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We need that clip for one of our videos too. But yeah, and they're trying to get more into the music side of things, so they reached out to a record label called Field Day, who pressed our record, and they're like, "Hey, we want to make a 7-inch, so throw us some bands." And they're like, "Well, we got the band for you, Nygma, the Fat Nasty. Let's go." And I guess one of the guys that run it came by, listened to the song, was like, "Okay, yeah, I dig it." And so they gave us a budget for free 7-inch stuff to give away, just to promote the beer
So it's just
and the
one
band.
song on that?
Yeah,
Just one-
just
the single.
ours. And on the other side's a band.
Oh, it's a split. So it's like
It's
a
a
split
split.
7. Okay.
And to be honest, I haven't even listened to the other side.
Honestly, I haven't either.
Fuck them.
I don't even know the name that's on the back. I always just point to the Fat Nasty, like, God, that's what you want right there.
That's fantastic.
I hope that guy never sees
Probably
this.
a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's probably like a big fan too. He's like, the other side's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we just crushed his dreams.
Yeah,
Sorry,
next time
dude.
lie,
No,
dude.
I'm going to listen to it today. I promise.
You're gonna listen to the vinyl on the way home.
Yeah.
I drove a 1947 Studebaker.
Yeah.
Got the fucking-
But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. We're going to be shooting some promos, little commercial
There you go,
stuff
yeah.
for PBR and have fun with it. You know?
Wicked.
Speak down.
House party vibes.
But yeah, they hook us up with free beer, which is cool. Like,
We're actually gonna
Yeah,
do
no,
a
I-
music video.
Before I quit drinking, that was
Yeah.
my
that's your
100%
go-to?
go-to,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Dude,
Love me a Pabst.
I didn't drink at all last night. I woke up with a headache. I'm like, I think it's just being 38.
That's called a hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
hangover.
was like, I woke up, I was like, I feel like I drank all night and I didn't have a drop.
Yep.
This
Yeah,
sucks.
same. Yeah, same. It was the lack of sleep and all the sweating and the head banging.
That gummy you gave me last night put me to sleep. I was like,
Out.
How many milligrams?
I don't even know.
Did you get dosed?
How many milligrams, doctor?
Why are you bringing up that I'm a doctor and giving you gummies?
Oops.
Dude, it's for science.
Yeah.
It's for
It's
research,
medication.
dude. Yeah.
I
it's
need it for
medication.
my
Don't say
anxiety,
his last name.
my ADHD.
Right. Doc, I can't sleep. Here's marijuana. Thank you.
High as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
It's so funny. That's
It's
how
medical,
easy it
man.
is. Do y'all have medical? Is Texas on medical? Or is it just legal?
No.
No.
It's a weird thing out there.
And it might be going away. They have like it's
Okay.
basically like you can do the HHC,
The
Delta
gas station
8.
shit. Yeah.
I don't even
stuff
think
like
people
that.
even care anymore. People walking around with joints, blunts.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, who the
That
fuck? It's
stuff
weird.
will still get you messed up.
Oh, yeah.
People, I mean,
They have the Delta 8 booth at Furnace Fest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
It's
did.
good. We were right beside them for Normandy, and they were like, "Hey, here, take some." I was like,
okay.
"Oh shit,
Thanks.
thank you." Yeah, we got medicals, and it's very easy. Dude, it's so easy. You just walk in and be like, "The night scares me," and they're like, "I know it did."
I get night terrors.
It's true. It really is that easy, dude. You can just say anything. They don't care. So it's like not legal, but come on, dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No
You're
one
like, my
cares
toenail
anymore,
came
man.
off, and they're like, yeah, dude, I know. The doctor doesn't even look up. He just writes the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You,
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that though. You gotta have
too.
it.
How long have we been going, Kurt? I don't want to.
How long is it?
Hour and 20.
That's perfect.
Hour and 20.
That's perfect.
Love it.
Yeah.
15 more minutes.
Yeah, because you guys got a fucking stint to get home.
Yeah,
so.
a little stint.
Yeah.
We should have had a room mic because we had a lot of talking.
Oh, it'll pick it
Like
up.
hand it
Okay.
around.
They're gained up enough, and they like we gate them, but they're not like hard gates.
Okay,
so it's like
cool.
a soft gate just to keep like the fan noise
We got
out.
that camera picking up audio too.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool, sweet, yeah,
No, it's been guys.
This was a pleasure, dude.
dude, yeah, this is amazing.
This
Thank
has
you so
been
much for
really
having
fun.
us. You know,
Oh, pleasure's all mine, man. Thanks to Hacker for introducing us.
yes,
This has been wonderful.
Yeah.
Y'all are great. Y'all are all great. Great humans.
I love this
Like-minded.
place.
Good vibes.
You too, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely link up again in the future.
will.
Plug all your stuff into this camera right here.
You want to plug back?
Nygma Noise. Google that, right? And you'll find all our shit on there, such as a website, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok.
Tidal, TikTok,
There you go. Title.
Title.
Y'all on Tidal?
OnlyFans, and
Yeah.
I think I'm missing a
OnlyFans
few.
is coming soon.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Reddit.
We have a new single coming out June 20th, Rock and Rolla. You guys can sample it on the podcast if you want.
Just the riff. I'm just gonna. Can I
Just do the riff.
Just
yeah,
the riff.
just do
one
the riff
riff.
because we talked about it.
For
you know,
1 fucking second.
Yeah.
Just that, and that's it.
Play 4 bars.
Yep.
And then
Bum,
we have a new album coming out in September. So keep an eye out and please just stream the music like crazy, you know? Because
And we're gonna do an album release.
oh yeah,
An album
album
release,
release.
Yours was.
Yes.
We're wanting the same thing.
Are you gonna? So we curated ours. Are y'all gonna do something in like at home, like a special show?
Yes.
We're
Yo,
renting
let us
out.
know when, dude. I'll come. I've got family there.
Have
so
you been
it'll
to Ruins?
I haven't.
It's
Okay.
Ruins and Deep Ellum. We're having a
September 27th.
September 27th.
That's perfect, dude. That's the weekend of my wife's birthday. That's fucking
Dress
perfect.
up like you're going to prom.
Here anyway.
We're calling it the Nygma Ball.
Yo,
And,
this is perfect. Yeah, Kurt, please write that down. We're going.
Yeah. We're gonna,
Kurt, can you wear the dress though? I feel like I got.
Kurt's gonna have the dress. Aw, come on.
Yo, that's wicked. Yeah, you curate the thing. That's fantastic.
We're gonna have posters, vinyls, and I don't think we'll have CDs this time. We'll have
Blue
PBR
Ribbon,
for
there you
those
go.
who like to drink beer.
This comes out Tuesday. You're going on tour.
Oh yeah, we're going on tour with He Is Legend, Cancer Bats, and Strawberry Girls
Do
starting
you know
Wednesday.
the cities?
Lubbock, Dallas,
Houston.
Houston, Baton Rouge,
Sick.
and
Baton
your mom's
Rouge.
house.
Yeah.
Yo,
So look out for that.
can't wait to see you guys.
We'll be there.
All right. Crashcast Pod on Twitter X. Crashcast Pod 1 there. Crashcast Pod on everything else. Crash.cast.podcast on TikTok. We're all over the fucking place. But we're making moves. Hey, thank you for listening. Peace.